Hi, everybody. This is Chris Mancola with the Mancola Group over at West USA Realty. And just wanted to welcome you all here today. And today we're going to be talking about what is Zillow and other third-party sites. Are they accurate, good to use, and what you should know about the data that you're looking at and what you should do after you find out what they are doing to the actual public. So basically, when we list a home as real estate professionals, as realtors, on what's called the multiple listing service. In any region, you have a multiple listing service around the country. Each area has its own multiple listing service. And through that service, it's listed out to this multiple listing service, and then it gets syndicated out to other third-party sites like Zillow. Now, every region may have their own rules on syndication and that sort of thing, but and we can choose to syndicate to sites like Zillow or not. Typically, we will because we know a lot of people are looking on those sites. But in the end, what Zillow is and how they make their money, for the most part, is by selling leads to loan officers, real estate professionals like myself. Now, I don't pay for those leads myself personally, but it's basically like clickbait. You go on there, you look for homes that you think are for sale, and you do a Zestimate, and you think you're getting accurate information. Well, even on Zillow's site, if you read through it, go through all the disclaimers and everything, you'll find out that their site is basically telling you, they're not real estate professionals, to make sure that you're understanding that the Zestimate could be anywhere from 7 to 17% off. And just in a recent couple of years, the CEO of Zillow sold his home, and it was actually a 40% difference on the Zestimate of his home for what it actually sold for. So it is very inaccurate information on Zillow. Not saying that it's all inaccurate. Not saying that it may not be a starting point just to kind of zoom around on, but you want to get to somebody who's on the ground that's a real estate professional, somebody who's educated in the field of real estate, somebody who's experienced on the ground, that can give you the real numbers on the estimates of what home values would be for the home you're thinking about selling or buying, and also for the data for the homes that are for sale. When we list those homes for sale and we update them on our end, they still sit there on third-party sites like Zillow for however long it takes them to update that information in their system. Also, you need to know how to read the data that's on there. Sometimes they will say off market, and then it'll say Zestimate of what they think the home is worth according to all their algorithms and information that they're kind of sucking in from the zip code. But they're taking into consideration probably in their algorithms everything that's for sale in the zip code, which could be custom luxury home, or a manufactured home down the street nearby, a one-story home with a two-story home, which is never going to be a true comparable, or a home with a basement, again, versus one that doesn't have a basement, and things of that nature, which, in our field, as far as doing true home evaluations and when properties get appraised for home loans, are not going to be at all accurate. So when we list homes for sales and you see those on there, you need to know, is Zillow saying it's for sale? If it's for sale, is it under contract yet or not? They don't tell you. Sometimes it may say off market. Sometimes it could even be for sale by owner, which has its own other issues that can be, problematic. Could be out of date information on that. Could be, a lot of times we hear a lot of times from a lot of different clients, especially in the rental market, but it happens in sales too, where people get taken on those deals for deposits, and they end up out that money, and they have no idea who these people were. Sometimes we've even heard people meeting people at these properties who pose as the owners. So, and they're getting money from people, and they're getting deposits from people. So again, is Zillow all bad? No. But in the end, can you know for certain that the data is accurate? No, you cannot. And if you want to know about other things too, not only what homes are for sale or what Zestimates are, or what the home value is on a property, I should say, to be more accurate, you want somebody on the ground that can go back into the actual true MLS, the multiple listing service, where these properties are being sold with the accurate information to look at. And as a real estate agent, we can also go back into the tax records to look for other things that are going to indicate whether these homes qualify for your loan type, not only for the price amount, for your loan max, but some homes don't qualify for FHA or VA loans or any loan at all. They may be cash only or auction properties. These are the type of things that we're going to be able to look at to save you time wasted, save you possibly dealing with some fraudulent activity, or somebody who's doing some fraudulent things there online to take you for a ride, waste your time, waste your money, and get into a situation you can't get out of. Now, as a home buyer, it's free to work with a realtor in our market, or at least it would be with the Mincola Group over at West USA Realty. It's your right to be represented as a home buyer. The home seller in Arizona pay all the commission fees, whether they're represented by the realtor you're working with or not. So it would make sense to always have your own representation and make sure that you're getting the most accurate information possible, and to be sure that as you're going along through the process, that you know exactly what's going to happen next, and that process is explained to you from beginning to end. Also, we'll give you a thing that's called the Arizona Buyer Advisory Guide with official links, rather than going to all these third-party sites to find out the quote-unquote crime stats, or sex offenders in the area, or school ratings, all those sorts of things. We're going to give you a document in a hard copy and through email, so you'll have all these official live links for buying a home in Arizona, what you need to know in order to do that. As a seller, rather than using the Zestimates, again, we can give you an accurate home evaluation, go through all the proper paperwork, just like we would with a home buyer, right up front, to make sure that you're doing the proper disclosures and things that you need to do by law in order to sell your home in Arizona, besides getting the proper home evaluation and staging and things of that nature, proper marketing and things of that nature that you're going to need to do. Zillow is not the be-all, end-all. It's a fun place to start, maybe to just play around with. But again, I wouldn't do any sort of transaction myself personally, just from what I've seen from the inaccurate data. And again, remember what I said in the beginning, it's kind of like clickbait. You go on there just like you would as you're going through another clickbait site, and they're getting you to click on these homes so that they'll call you to death to get your information, to get you as a client, okay? Which is fine. It's certainly a legit way in today's society to do business, but you need to know what it is that you're getting yourself into. And most people don't when they're going on Zillow, because they think what they're looking at on there is accurate. We get asked all the time, well, how come the search that you're sending me doesn't have these homes that are on Zillow? Well, Zillow wants that information to sit there. So it looks like there are more homes available than there really are for you to look at, versus what is really the true inventory of homes in any particular market, area, zip code, whatever. So you want to make sure that your information is true. It lines up with your home loan that you're qualified for, and that you have the proper payments too. That's another thing. A lot of times you'll see on these websites, and again, if you read through it, they actually do tell you, this data may not be accurate. Please don't put nefarious stuff on these sites. They'll say, please, know that we're not real estate professionals or loan professionals. They say all this on the websites, but most people don't read through all the information. So when you're looking at a payment, for instance, that it says this home, that you may qualify for on this home, here's the payment. Well, they're not taking into consideration all the aspects of what would really be the true mortgage payment, like maybe taxes, insurance. Is there an HOA, which is a separate payment, but it does have to be figured in your total loan expenses? Is there a solar lease? Again, has to be figured in to the total equation on a payment of what you qualify for your loan. So again, if you guys have questions, please reach out to us. Also, I want to remind you guys that Saturday, April 6th from 11:30 to 1:30, we're going to have a party for all of our clients and soon to be clients. So please come out and join us at the Westgate Dave & Buster's. That's at Westgate Dave & Buster's in Glendale from 11:30 to 1:30 on Saturday, April 6th. I'll drop the link here below to RSVP for that event. Hope you guys can make it. We'll have free food, drinks. Evan and I will be there. Of course, my wife Cynthia and our assistant Miriam and our whole team will be there. And we already have a lot of people signed up. We got room for more. We'll have games, access to video games, pool tables, and again, it's all on our team. So please come out and join us. And then again on Saturday, April 20th, from 1 to 3 o'clock, we're going to have a wealth building event where we're going to be talking more about how to buy and sell homes and how to build wealth with real estate long term, and how that would some ideas on how that would work to better fit your wealth building in your own lifestyle. So that'll be Saturday, April 20th from 1 to 3 o'clock at our West USA corporate office. Again, I'll drop all the information here in a link with the address and everything through that link where you can sign up and RSVP for those events. But that's going to be up at our corporate office at I-17 and the 101 in Phoenix. So hope to see you guys there at both events. I'll drop the links here below, and you can always reach us at by phone or text at 480-788-8569, or check us out at mincolagroup.com and mincolahomes.com. We'll talk to you guys soon. Hope to see you at our upcoming events, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.